Hey, what's up? What's up? It's your girl Shasta over here on Shasta Speaks. Listen, y'all, I had to pop on here for a second to talk about the Melometers. Lord, they are the hottest topic right now. I mean, this week alone, it's Melometers this and Melometers that, baby. And I'm over here like, well, damn, I thought somebody said the millimeters didn't have no power. Ain't that what they said? You know, they brainless. They don't know how to think for themselves. They deplorable. All these things. But every time you turn around, the millimeters. So which one is it? Do they not have no power, or do they have all the power? Do they have too much power? And it's got people kind of nervous. Huh? I just want to get my thoughts. Can I get my thoughts for a second? Y'all, I'm gonna get my thoughts. And then y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all thinking. Cause I'm over here, I'm very perplexed by the whole thing, by all of it this week. It's been a bit much. So I just want to talk about it for a second. As always, everything discussed on this channel is alleged. It's in my very own opinion, and it is definitely for entertainment purposes only. Okay, so I don't want nobody taking nothing I say personal. Okay, and don't come for me. All right, because I ain't sending for nobody. Okay, so this week we got the whole thing with Funky Deneva coming out and saying that Heavenly basically said she didn't want to do Messy Monday no more with Carlos because the Melometer's been calling her office and stuff. I think I got the same question everybody else got. How the fuck you know who calling your office? How you know? How you know? How you know if they Melometers or not? Heavenly, you make yourself not likable. All right? You make yourself not likable on your show. Your show, Married to Medicine. And so, and shout out to Married to Medicine, all right? Because I'm a fan of Married to Medicine, but Heavenly got people that just don't see it for her based off of the shit she do on Married to Medicine. That ain't got a damn thing to do with Love and Marriage Huntsville, the Melometers, or none of that. So how do you know that if somebody calling that office, that they not calling just based off the fact that perhaps they didn't like the way you was treating Sweet Tea? Huh? Did you think about that? Because that could be part of it, you know? Or many of the other nasty things you've done season after season, all the drama you was bringing to Contessa, and it looks like Dr. Contessa's gonna be back on there this season, and you liable to get some more phone calls, Dr. Heavenly. So I said you're not very likable. Also, you just did a video not too long ago talking about you didn't want to do the reality TV stuff no more because it was too much. And you wanted to rebrand yourself. Is that what it is? And you now just trying to use the Melometers as some type of scapegoat? Because don't do that. Don't do that, Dr. Heavenly. I would like to believe, all right, that you have more integrity than that to come out here and try to put some shit on the Melometers that you know damn well, girl, The Melometers ain't thinking about your ass. The Melometers ain't thinking about your ass, Dr. Heavenly. If you got people calling at offices because of the shit you doing, and you stay, and truth be told, when you was doing messy Mondays, you stayed coming talking shit or whatever, whatever. But that still does not mean that anybody that was calling was automatically a millimeter. Stop assuming that it's a millimeter. And you're not going to be able to convince me that you know for a fact that it's a millimeter. I don't give a shit what nobody say. I don't even care if you tell me somebody said out their mouth that they was a millimeter. Like if that they called and said, hey, this is so-and-so, and I'm a millimeter. And I just want to say, how can you prove that they not lying about being a millimeter? People are crafty. People are smart. Anyone can pick up a phone. Anyone can send a message and say they are a millimeter. How do you know if they really a millimeter or if it's some bullshit? Right? So I think we need to be careful about painting this type of narrative about the millimeters. Then we get tight shirt. All right. Tight shirt ass Ken. Huh? I guess he mad because somebody said something about his child. I don't even know what to call her. His significant other. And so he felt like he had to come out and say some shit. And in the midst of that, he alludes to the people that are in the comments that are going back and forth with him that they millimeters. Sir, now how the fuck you just gonna jump out there and say just because somebody coming back to you about your shit that you on there talking about, they got to be a millimeter. Oh, they got to be a millimeter if they got a oppositional opinion and they don't like what I'm saying. Oh, that's got to be a millimeter. The fuck? What? Huh? So now everybody that don't like somebody or has a opposing opinion about something or whatever, they millimeters? And Ken, you been here in the Love and Marriage Huntsville space a half a second, and you trying to beef with the millimeters, or are you trying to get clicks and views from the millimeters, Ken? Hmm? Huh? Did you try to just throw them in there to add a little razzle dazzle to your temper tantrum you was throwing on your live to get you some clicks and views? Because you did mention that you didn't give a damn if it was good or bad, likes, comments, whatever, whatever, that it all goes towards monetization. And hey, you ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. If they over there and they comment and they going back and giving you views and things like that, it absolutely is gonna go towards your monetization. So is that what you're doing it for? Is that why you threw the millimeters in there? Why you was throwing your little temper tantrum, talking about the kids' daddy, talking about this and that, talking about the people who had something to say about Trish, this and that, Trish outfit at the reunion. It was ugly. The dress was ugly. The hair not flattering for her. I've definitely seen pictures where she looked better. It just is what it is. And that's okay. It's plenty people that have fucked up reunion looks and shit. All right? Like that's nothing to start a whole beef for the whole fan base about. I really I don't get this obsession now that everyone has with the millimeters and blaming the millimeters for everything. Ken, there are people that are not going to see it for you just based off the fact that you started dating this woman while she was still very much married, moved in, started building life with her while she was still very much married, and you have been very vocal in coming at the kid's daddy and kind of throwing up the fact that you are in the household with these kids day after day and he is not. You are making yourself not a likable person. Because at the end of the day, those kids have a father. They have a man that, it was his sperm that created those two children. All right? Just in case it was any confusion. It was his sperm that created them two children. Maybe he hasn't always done the right thing. We don't know what all behind the scenes really be going on. All right. And so maybe he's effed up and maybe he's trying to fix it. I truly believe as those kids' fathers, there's a certain level of respect that should still be given off the strength of the kids. Because from what we've seen from different posts and different things, the kids still love the shit out their daddy. So to think they not seeing the nasty, vile things that you are saying about him would, probably be an incorrect assumption. I'm sure that they know. And these are not little children we're talking about. These are big kids. If you don't think for 1 second that later on this whole thing with their dad could impact your relationship with those children, again, I think you would be wrong. It'd be different if that nigga was off, never talked to his children, never saw his children, nothing. He's in communication with his children. His children love him. Sir, tread lightly. You could do damage to your relationship with them children while you trying to call yourself getting at their daddy. And I really don't know how much it is. It's just for a little razzle dazzle because the show about to come back on. And I know there was some allegedly some DMs and stuff with Trish and another CC, and that this was all like a little plot and this and that, and somebody that went off the script or something. I don't know. But I'm gonna tell you like this: when children are involved, and I don't care who it is, when children are involved, you need to tread lightly. Don't fuck up them kids playing. Don't fuck up them kids for this little ass bag. It's not worth it. Like, this is some bullshit. Think about them children. You're going to inadvertently put them in the middle of bullshit. They old enough to where people pulling shit up on the internet. For all the fuck y'all know them children going to school, going back and forth with a motherfucker every day about this little stupid ass shit. And kids are mean as fuck. We're in a different time. Kids are mean sometimes. Quit fucking playing. Trish, I don't know where you at with it. You went on the live. I don't know where you at with it. I know at one time you and Ken was tag teaming, damn near going back and forth, Marquez, whatever, whatever. But I'm just tell you like this. Y'all need to be thinking about them goddamn children. And at the end of the day, the Melometers ain't got a goddamn thing to do with it. Because the Melometers honestly ain't thinking about y'all. I don't never hear nothing about y'all. Ain't nobody checking for y'all. The most motherfuckers that said recently is that goddamn dress was ugly and that goddamn hair was ugly. Wasn't no lies detected. It was not a flattering look for her. Now, I ain't saying she ugly. I'm saying the look was ugly. She could have did better. Or maybe she couldn't. Fuck, I don't know. But to loop the Melometers into that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. But it goes back to the video that I put up a while back. And I said, all of this talk about the Melometers has been a fucking plot from the beginning of this goddamn season. And y'all still running with this shit. Y'all act like y'all don't understand that whether or not you hate them, love them, whatever the fuck, the Melometers are still a part of the Love and Marriage Huntsville fan base. And honestly, I really feel like they make up a great deal of it. And I say that because, as everyone knows, there's been a blackout this season. The numbers are not numbering as they previously were. Okay. And let me tell you something. If the plot is to get Melody Cherie off the show, get her to the point where she like, fuck it, and she leave, or trying to push her out and using her fan base to do it, y'all really gonna see them numbers drop. Look at Love and Marriage Detroit. That's gonna be the Love and Marriage Huntsville numbers, if not lower. Y'all talk about the Melometers, y'all talk about them, y'all say they ain't got no power, they ain't got this, they ain't got that. I'm telling you, they got too much power, and that's the fucking problem. That's the fucking problem for y'all, because y'all know that, and y'all got to figure out a way to dismantle them and throw shit off. Because Love and Marriage Huntsville is as popular as it is. Let's just call a spade a spade. If it wasn't for Melody Cherie and that nigga, and she was married to, ugh, and that storyline and everything that transpired from that, and then how the Melometers came out of that, because she had no support on that show. So there was a fan base that came out of all of that. And that's where all those ratings for all these seasons have been coming from. We not gonna act crazy. We not gonna act crazy and act like we don't know that. So that very fan base that blew this shit up, now you turn around and attack them? Shit, it seems to me somebody needs to be, you know what I'm saying, trying to figure out a way to congratulate them. Because I'm telling you, Once she gone, the fan base gone. Okay, who fan base stepping up? I'll wait. Who got a fan base that's gonna make the same amount of noise as this one, as far as elevating the show? I don't know nobody else. I don't. If I'm being honest, I don't ever hear anything about the other fan bases. But the Melometers, yeah, you hear about them. They make noise. They do what they do, but they don't do it indecent, out of order. None of that. They support. They elevate. They stand in the gap, which is what was expected of the other people on the show when a lot of these things were happening. The Melometers didn't have to be created if it wasn't for the fact that people saw one person kind of alone with no support. And that's a discussion for another day. I can't even remember if I've shared my thoughts on that in another video, but I'm just saying, now you want to shit on the Melometers, and now everybody wants to shit on the Melometers, and so now everything is the Melometers' fault. The fuck out of here with that. Either they have power or they don't. But y'all can't be out here hollering and screaming, they don't matter, they ain't shit, they don't have no power, and then complaining about shit. If they ain't got no fucking power, quit bringing them up. Quit bringing them up. And then we'll see. Quit bringing the Melometers up. If you ain't bringing up the Melometers, do you still have a storyline? Do you still have anything to talk about? And I know that ain't all the cast, but that's a majority of the cast. If you ain't bringing them up, what else you got to talk about? And let's tap into that. But leave the Melometers out of it. That's what I say. Since they don't have no power, why the fuck do we keep hearing about them? Because let y'all tell it, they don't matter. But every time we turn around, shit, they got them moving and shaking and making all kind of shit pop off. So which one is it? And like I said, I know how I feel like Melometers got too much power, and that's what the fuck is wrong with y'all. Y'all nervous. Y'all can't control them. And so now it's about the business of trying to dismantle and destroy them some kind of way. And I feel like that's the goal. That's what that's what the goal is. That's what people trying to do. And that's why anything negative, they want to attach the Melometers to it. Like every fucking person that don't like somebody on that show, or that's affiliated with that show, or talk about that show, if anything negative come out of that show, it's gotta be the Melometers. How fucking insane is that? That ain't none but a fucking plot and a scam. And y'all should be ashamed of your fucking selves for even continuing to push this fucking asinine ass storyline, goddamn narrative. Everybody involved in pushing this narrative should be a goddamn shame. Don't make no motherfucking sense to be sitting up here trying to blame a whole damn fan base on some shit. It's a fan base. So you gonna push out a whole fan base? So you gonna what's the saying? You gonna cut your nose or cut off your nose to spite your face type shit? The fuck? If anything, y'all need to be trying to figure out a way to re-engage the fucking Melometers so they can watch this goddamn show again. So them goddamn ratings can go back up. But guess what that's gonna take? Getting that nigga that tried to release Revenge P on his ex-wife off that motherfucking show. Now, if you want to be outraged about something, that's what the fuck you should be outraged about. But no one seems to give a shit about that. And no one seems to care. Because we still keep hearing the same shit, but he's a good guy. The fuck he is. He's trying to destroy the mother of his kids every which way he can. But ain't nobody got shit to say about that. Oh no. Oh no. They don't have shit to say about that. Everything is it's the Melometers. They over here messing with me. They trying to destroy me. They trying to get my license took. They trying to do this. They trying to do that. The fuck? Really? But they ain't got no power. Listen, I'm finna get off here because this shit is comical to me. On some real, like, real life shit. I just feel like I hope this shit is in all honesty, all bullshit aside, I really hope this show is about to get the fuck off the air because this is stupid as fuck. It's stupid. I've never in my life seen a whole fan base being attacked like this from every fucking direction. At this point, take this shit off the air. Take this shit off the air. It's not even funny anymore. This isn't even entertaining anymore. Y'all are literally attacking a fan base and then trying to do it on a personal level. And in real life, shit can get different, like in real life. Like when people start throwing out things like, if you saw me for real, you wouldn't be acting like this and this and that. But it's really people who take stuff like that as okay. If I see, nah, nigga, I'm gonna keep that same energy when I see you. And then what? Like shit can get different. And I feel like that's what people don't understand. And you walking around here accusing a whole fan base of some bullshit when you can't point to nobody and say, oh, I know for sure that that's a Melometer or not. There's no way to prove any of the shit you saying. And y'all keep pushing this fucking narrative. It's really disgusting. It's really disgusting. And whose ever bright idea this was, you are a fucked up individual. And like I said, at this point, this show and everybody involved in this bullshit, you are fucking cutting off your nose to spite your fucking face. Because this shit finna go down in a pile of fucking smoke. Keep on playing with them Melometers. they got too much power. And they'll fuck around and be the reason that this motherfucker go down. Because if you think and they'll be the reason that other shows go down too. All right, y'all. I'm done ranting and raving. Drop down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. I don't even know what to say. This is crazy to me. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and yeah, I'll talk to y'all later.